4:30 a.m. Nick and I are walking up Roy's Peak. Hi, I'm Mari, and today I'm going to talk to you about Roy's Peak in Wanaka, New Zealand. If you've researched about New Zealand, if you've looked up New Zealand on Instagram, you've probably seen a photo of someone at the top of Roy's Peak doing something like this with a beautiful view in the background. I've seen so many photos like that. I'd never been up there myself though. A little background. So I've been in New Zealand for about 3 years now. And when I first came 3 years ago and I was just traveling around on my own, I kept hearing about this little place called Wanaka that people really recommended, and then especially I kept hearing about this walk, Roy's Peak, and I saw some photos and I was like, wow, it looks amazing, like I'll definitely have to go up there. And then I ended up meeting this guy named Nick.
G'day, I'm Nick.
He's a New Zealander and he was not impressed by the hype of this walk, and anyway, once I met him we went on some other walks and I never made it up there. Cut to many years later, the hype of this walk has just gotten out of control. So many people go there and there are headlines in the newspaper like it's a 30-minute wait at the top to get your photo taken at the one spot that everyone wants a photo. It's out of control. Everyone goes there and it's become so touristy. They've actually had to make a bigger car park, a parking lot at the bottom to accommodate all the cars. They've actually put in now a toilet at the top because so many people were up there and people camp up there and stuff, and people were just leaving waste everywhere. So yeah, they've really done a lot to try and accommodate all the people that are going up there. It's become this like crazy phenomenon, this walk. Anyway, so since Nick being a New Zealander, he's just not impressed with this, and he's like, what, there's so many other beautiful walks around, like why does everyone go here? But me being the like, you know, I still feel like a tourist sometimes. I've still been wanting to go and like check it out, see what the hype's about. We were just in Wanaka last weekend and I was like, I don't care what happens, I'm gonna go anyway, I'm just gonna go alone, it'll be cool. I really want to go and check it out and see it for myself. Like it must be worth it if so many people go, right? But then Nick decided to come along, so we went together. We are currently training to walk the Pacific Crest Trail in a month, a little over a month, so any excuse to go hiking and get some training going is worth it. So I think that's what convinced him in the end. We went out for sunrise. I hear the sunrise up there is beautiful and I love a good sunrise walk. Also, anytime you do a sunrise walk, there's just bound to be less people. So we got to the car park at about 4:30 a.m. and it was pretty full. There's a lot of people already. Car park was like, I don't know, third full, would you say?
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of head torches going up. So hopefully it's a good sunrise. The only time I've seen more people than that for a sunrise hike was when I did a sunrise hike in Bali, which there were like hundreds and hundreds of people. Yeah, so still less than that. When you looked up the hill, you could see all these little like head torches going up. So he's walked up. It's a pretty, it's actually a pretty good one to do in the dark because the trail is wide. Part of it is on farmers' land, so it's like the track you're going on is big enough for a truck. So it's a pretty large track that goes up, and it's kind of just switchbacks up a hill. It does get pretty steep at some points, but I don't know, I was like half asleep and it was dark, so it seemed okay to me. It wasn't too hard. You can go all the way to the top. We made it up. It's very windy. Which is what we did for sunrise, and there were a lot of people up there. And it was beautiful, so beautiful. You can just see like the lakes and the mountains, and there was snow on mountains, and I can definitely see why it's really popular. It was so good. So not quite at the top though, like a third of the way down, or maybe not that far down, a quarter of the way down maybe. There's a lookout, and now there's like signs that specifically say like lookout over here. It's near the toilet. On the way up, we missed it because it was dark, but on the way down, we saw it also because we saw the queue of people lined up to take photos there. There's all these people waiting. I had a little investigation of the photos they were taking, and to me they didn't seem like that great, so I was like, I'm not gonna wait. We got some pretty good photos from all the way at the top though, so I was happy with those. Because of course if I'm gonna go, I'm also gonna take some of those photos for Instagram, no matter how cliche it is. I mean, it is really beautiful. Yeah, so we went up there, we had like a little kind of breakfast, then looked around a little bit, but then like just kind of the hordes of people, more and more people were showing up, and we're like, all right, let's get down. So we just kind of got down. It was also a very hot day, so it was getting very hot. The very top is cold though. Always when you go on hikes, bring layers. So if you are coming to New Zealand and you want to do this walk, some things to know. Yeah, it is a little bit out of town, so you have to either drive there or get a ride. I did see a van shuttle now with like Rory's Peak on the side, so I guess shuttles go there because so many people want to go. There's also at the entrance a little thing that says $2 donation, and that's to help keep the track maintained and the toilets and all that stuff, so definitely donate if you're going up. At the top we did see a few people camping and all that. If you are going to camp up there, or if you're just going up there in general, just make sure you leave no trace. All of those people going up, it's just a lot of wear and tear on the environment, and especially if you leave any trash or any rubbish, it's just so bad. So just make sure you pack out everything that you brought up with you. Do not leave anything. I saw toilet paper on the ground in some places, and that's just so not cool. Like, just don't leave it. Pack it out. Also, there's no shade going up or down on the walk. It's very exposed. So if you're going on a hot day, make sure you have plenty of sunscreen, plenty of water. Take breaks when you need to. Just make sure if you're gonna go up there, you're prepared, you have layers. It's cold at the top, so bring something warm, bring food, snacks, and then just, yeah, make sure you take it all back with you. Otherwise, it is very accessible. It's not too hard, I don't think. It's not like, you don't really need any special skill. You just need to be able to walk. It is steep. I liked hiking poles for the way down because, you know, knees. Getting older. It's not the most interesting walk as far as actual walks go, I think, because it is just kind of switchbacks going up a hill. It is beautiful. You see the views the entire way down, so that's really nice. Oh, and be respectful of other people up there. It feels so invasive sometimes when you're just trying to eat breakfast and there's like a drone in your face. It's like, oh man. I feel like if you have a drone, just be respectful that other people might not enjoy the drone. Yeah. One of the reasons I had been a little bit hesitant to go up there is just because I feel like Instagram now has really changed the way people travel, and so places that are really Instagrammable are obviously getting like way more impacted than other places. And so I do feel there's kind of like a ethical, social responsibility of not over like saturating one place, because it's just gonna distract the land there. I don't really, it feels, yeah, it's just one of those things I think more and more we have to be conscious of. And so I didn't want to go up there for a while because I just felt like there were way too many people already going up there, and didn't really want to encourage more people to go there. But now they have kind of accommodated for the people more by putting the toilet up there and by making the bigger car park, and just, I think the more knowledge people have, just be aware, pack out your rubbish. I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, I think it is beautiful. I also do think there are so many other walks in New Zealand that are beautiful, but some of the other alternatives that people have been doing are also now getting more and more popular. So I don't know, it's just the nature of it. In the end, is it worth it? I thought it was worth it. I was happy to go and check it out and see what all the hype is about. Would I go again? Not necessarily. I think I'd go somewhere else, but just because so many people were there, and I kind of like going out to nature sometimes to like get away from the hordes of people. So yeah, maybe next time we'll go somewhere else, but I am glad to have checked it out. And there were beautiful views, and I did get some cool pictures, so hey. And I never regret going up a hill for a sunrise. Those are always good times. Should we see what Nick thinks? So what do you think of Rory's Peak? Well, you'd been there before, right?
Yeah.
When did you go before? Before the hype?
Before the hype. Pre-hype. When we
Hype.
were the only ones up there. Yeah. No, it's an amazing view up there. It is. It's good exercise. So, yeah. Well, it has been my first pick because the amount of people going up there. And there's a lot of mountains around Wanaka. If you're just in town for a few days and you want a good view, it is an amazing view. It's definitely worth it. It's just like up and down, go have a look at the view, come back down again. Yeah. Good sunrise.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for your input.
Insightful.
Very insightful.
Yeah, that's what I bring to the party. Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
See ya.
Thanks. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I hope that gave you some insight on Rory's Peak. If you've been there, let me know what you thought. If you go there after this, report back how it was for you. Subscribe for more hiking videos from me and other New Zealand videos and adventure videos and travel videos. I will see you guys next time. Hope you're all well and happy travels and happy hiking. Hey, you know, if there's too many people there, you can always go to the Wanaka tree. That's a joke. Wanaka tree is probably one of the most Instagram places in New Zealand. It's a tree in a lake. These are the things.